Hello everyone, welcome to Terra Angel Intuitive. I am Jess and I am a psychic medium that uses tarot cards and oracle cards as a way to help me receive messages from spirit so that I can help you along your personal healing journey in whatever fashion that looks like. Sometimes it's mental or emotional, sometimes it's spiritual. It really just varies, and I have realized that I've done the whole gamut of types of readings, it seems. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I have already cleared my space and meditated, connecting with the ancestors. As per usual, I don't know where we're going. I'm kind of one of those fly by the seat of my pants type of readers. If you hear snoring in the background, that is my dog. She is very loud sometimes. So let's see what we can get started with. All right, I'm being called here. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. I hope that you're able to get something out of the messages. If you found your way here, there might be something in here that you do need to hear. Maybe a different perspective on something that you've really been thinking about. And if you are one of my regulars, welcome back. I love to have you. I do feel like we have some new energy in our midst this time. I do not read in a traditional fashion, so when I pull tarot cards, it does not necessarily go along with the traditional textbook definition of what the cards are. So if you're here for that, you will be disappointed. But other than that, let's kind of see where we're going. Okay, yep, that's a lot of anxious, chaotic energy has just kind of come through. We're gonna go with these two. I need one more card, so let's see what we get. Okay, that one came out too. Okay, so I'm being led not to show all the cards yet, so that's something pretty telling too for me. Though I do like surprise cards. Like I said, I never know where we're going, and it does give me an opportunity for an intuitive read. Because sometimes I know that I can get in my own head and overanalyze and second guess things. So I am picking up definitely that is a characteristic of some of the viewers here. They like to know all of the facts all of the time. And when they don't, their anxiety really, really, really ramps up. Okay. Yeah, we got 4 of them. So let's see what's happening. I'm getting something that the message is I'm hearing is it didn't go like it was planned. Okay, it did not go like it was planned. Okay. if I do go quiet, it's only because I am listening to the direction that Spirit has for me. I don't think I've done this type of reading on camera before. This is usually something that I do when I do my in-person readings, because they can, again, be a little more chaotic. So it's kind of telling me that I think this is going to be for a very, very select few of the viewers that I have today that this is going to resonate with. Yeah. That's going to go there. That's going to go here. I really don't know what we have yet. So I do appreciate you bearing with me. I'm sorry, they all fell on the floor. Okay, we got quite a few there. If at any point there's something in here that you really like about my style or resonates with you, feel free to hit that like button. I would also love to have any new subscribers. It's not that I personally like to pay attention to it, but it does go with whatever that YouTube algorithm is, and that just helps get the word out and the message out and exposes it to more people, so it may reach somebody that it really is intended to reach. So, okay. This is going to be interesting. Because again, if we look at the cards, it is one of those where we have a little bit of the puzzle, but not enough information to really know what is going on. It's like some things are hidden and some things are out in the open, and there's just this state of confusion. And the first thing that jumps out to me, okay, we're gonna have to sort through everything here. That's important too. Okay, so we had the Mercury retrograde card that popped out first and foremost. So this is definitely letting me know, and it says review everything. I didn't notice that. So really kind of going on a journey of exploring and looking at things with a fine-tooth comb to a certain degree, almost like you're trying to piece things together that may not necessarily make sense. And if a lot of you are not familiar about Mercury retrograde, I have a love-hate relationship for it. I really do. And I think the fact that I'm saying it, it could also possibly be a description of a situation that you're in with another person. Because I do feel like this is related to another person. I am kind of getting a romantic connection, but not necessarily yet, and I don't have all of the information with what's going on, and that could be some of it too. You may think it could lead to a romantic situation, but not necessarily. But Mercury retrograde is notorious for really kind of putting a kink into things. And the fact that I used the word kink, it's not normally in my regular vocabulary. And I'm getting a very 18 plus energy associated with that too. So this could have been a situationship that has possibly come to the fact that there are feelings emerging. And that was not part of the plan. No, You know, communication issues is also listed on here. Yeah, it could have been very clearly no strings attached, nothing long term, kind of a, you know, summer fling, if even it lasted that long. Okay. Yeah, there's some confusion for sure. Okay, let go. Make room for the new beginning on its way to you now. Yeah, things changed. Things evolved from that situationship. It may not necessarily be the message to let go. I'm not there yet. I'm kind of getting more focus on this butterfly. But again, this is a collective read. This is a general read. So I am tapped into multiple energies here, and everybody's situationship is a little bit different than the other person's. But something has evolved from what it started out as, for sure. So I'm getting the image, you know, it reminds me of the 50s where they would go to the, find a deserted parking lot overlooking the cliff, and then you just see the cars parked there, and all the steamy windows. Again, 18 plus, you're getting my reference there too. Hot and heavy for sure. Oh, yep, confession. Someone has something to tell you, or you may have something to tell somebody else. Either way, this situationship has evolved, and there have been somebody has grown feelings. So it's changing. That dynamic is changing of what's going on. So where are we going next? We're going over here. Okay. So a little bit backwards. Okay, so if we're going backwards, then, and Mercury retrograde goes backwards. So basically, it's almost as if you started with a very physically intimate relationship, decided, hey, I really do like this person and I want to get to know them on a different level. So what used to be the end goal was the beginning. So now you have to go back and actually learn who that person is. I'm getting butterflies in my stomach. So this is kind of a new excitement. It's almost that teenage love feeling, a new hopeful possibility of it developing into something more. Okay. So I have the Two of Swords reversed, and I have the Nine of Wands. Okay, so with this one, definitely picking up on that feminine energy, okay? And so for this one, I'm laughing more of the fact that because even though I may pull some of the same cards in the different readings that I do, the energy that I pick up is so different because I pulled this card on a read in the last day or so, and it was such a negative, very negative connotation, but not today, not in this reading. In this reading, I am getting that feminine energy has, I gotta keep this. She's opened her flower. We're gonna put it that way. Okay, there's still boundaries in place. And if we notice in this picture, it is showing, yeah, the only skin that is showing is in a, well, I guess it is an intimate area. It's the heart space. But the fact of that open flower, wild hair, blooming flowers, the V is very pronounced here. In the God, this energy is so different. It's very playful. It's very, not only is it seductive, but it's very it's like a risque, flirty type energy. Like you're hinting, but you're not hinting. But you're very, there are a lot of adult undertones in the conversation that's going on. Yeah, and with the blindfold here. Yeah, I don't think I need to go further into what that is representing. But then we have the Nine of Wands. So the feminine is coming, oh God. That was, yeah, I don't know if that's a Freudian slip or what, but the feminine is really portraying herself in this light, right? Because it's kind of, it keeps her heart emotionally safe. She still has desires, and she knows that where the boundaries are, she's okay with. But I think behind that, there is this, and I think the other person sees the feminine energy. I'm not talking about gender, okay? When I use masculine and feminine, that is energy, because I don't see whoever this person is in front of me. I'm just picking up on gender. I mean, not gender. Goodness, just picking up on energy. Because I don't know what any of you look like, any physical traits of any of you. So, and each of us has masculine and feminine energies within us. So whatever side you're on, I care, but I don't care. It's just kind of a disclaimer I want to put out there. So she actually has this type of energy to her as well. I don't think that other person saw initially more beyond what was being offered. But I think now the other person is really starting to see this side of that feminine energy. Standing tall, really strong in what's going on, knowing the direction. She may have a lot on her plate. She may be a leader. She may be a mentor, a mother. She's got it together. She can stand. She's got her boundaries. She knows what she stands for. With the bandage here, I'm getting that she has been wounded in the past, but she's been burned in the past. Excuse me, that's what I'm hearing. She's been burned in the past, which is why she's got one of the wands kind of crossing her. But it's not stopping her. She's still looking. And we have all these green gems here. And so that's telling me that she's kind of coming with the possibility of having an open heart. We have all this fire energy. And so she's able to harness her feminine power in a way that is working very well for her. I like this energy. I really do. It's grounded. It's super, super grounded. And she's very connected. There's a spirit. I am getting a spiritual component. It looks like the Dreamcatcher earrings there to me. And Dreamcatchers may be significant for some of you. I'm actually seeing an image of a small dream catcher hanging in the rear view mirror of somebody's car. Oh gosh, okay. It's a wild ride. I'm telling you, it's a wild ride. Oh guys, I'm getting this, yeah, I'm putting all of these pieces together. It's hot and steamy for sure. Okay. Oh, over here. Okay. We have the Ten of Wands reverse and the Five of Cups. Okay, I'm getting, remember how I said that she got burned before? And so she approaches her relationships with very firm boundaries, very clear boundaries that are not going to get crossed. She's going into this only allowing so much access to her heart because she was burned, and this is what happened before. I'm getting the sense that she either, let me say this the right way. She either is a giver naturally, or she has yes, they're correcting me, had a behavior of people pleasing. And it could be a combination of both. You know, it could be the fact that she actually does enjoy giving because that's who she is, but people take advantage of it. And then she ended up surrounded by only people taking advantage of her. So she was only within relationships that gave her what she needed when she would people please. Take that one as it resonates. And you're going to know it within yourself. If it really clicks, it's going to feel like it makes sense to you. And if it doesn't click to you, then you're gonna feel more of a visceral reaction, like, oh my gosh, no, that doesn't sound right. Not all of my messages are going to hit 100% for you from start to finish. And I don't think this one is. I think this one is definitely a more general read. Yeah. But yes, going back to her past, she doesn't like to talk about it. I don't know if you heard the pause and the hesitation and sidetracking some of what happened before. So that could be a characteristic that she will do, is that she will naturally divert the attention off of an experience that was painful for her. You know, she had the burden of carrying the relationship by herself. She had to do all of it. And, you know, I feel like she was left more without than with. You know, I'm getting the fact that she was cherishing these 2 cups, but in reality, there could have been a third-party situation that destroyed it. You know, she may have been promised, especially when I see these 2 doves, she was promised there may have been it could have been a marriage or a committed relationship. She could have been promised this happily ever after, this commitment. But in reality, it was, again, a third-party situation. And it doesn't necessarily have to be cheating. It could be that work was more important, or that money was more important, or that I'm hearing family obligation. So sometimes our extended family can get in the way of your personal relationships. And that's kind of what is the backstory of her and why she initially got into this situationship from this situation and from this standpoint, because this is the backstory here. Yeah, and I'm being drawn to this card. Love yourself more by saying no to things that feel draining and burdening for you. Saying no when you want to say no instead of saying yes to please other people is a real act of self-love. And she has stepped up to the plate and really done some of the work by establishing boundaries so that this doesn't happen again. So then we're coming over here. All right, let's see this energy. Okay. I've got 9 of Swords reverse and the Moon. I'm just getting the energy because there's something, I feel like I'm not seeing something clear. What I do notice, however, is I see the shape here, and it looks to me mirrored here, almost as if there are 2 doorways. Okay. She's keeping somebody out with those boundaries. But with all these little birds here, there's something there. Okay, I don't have enough information, is what I'm being told. And then again, I'm getting back to that same scene where, you know, the Lover's Lane, that's it. That's what I was thinking about. So when they're parked on Lover's Lane, you know, you're overlooking the cliff and it's a beautiful scenery and you're kind of under the light of the moon, and I'm getting a conjoining of the masculine, feminine energies, right? In union, 18 plus, in union, you know, kind of a very intimate setting, you know. There is that bridge to the heart space. And when you physically connect in that intimate way, you are sharing parts of yourself. And, you know, if you're not aware of your energy, then that can go between the two bodies. And I'm talking purely on an energetic level there. So then we had this Lover's card that was kind of crossed. So I think this is kind of alluding to that same notion that, could it be possible? You know, can I let my barriers down? Can I kind of face my shadows and remove the swords? Can I have this relationship? Is there something that I'm missing? You know, this is, again, the card of joining, but in a more fruitful way. This is a more innocent way than what was happening in the other ones. This is from a more of an open heart space, more of a place of love. And the fact that we have an angel here too is giving me the fact that this may be a divine connection. This may be something of a soulmate connection, or something that Spirit has led or given the approval of. Because maybe this could be a manifestation of the work that she's done, or the work that he's done. That's not going to resonate for everybody, but I do think that is something to really mention. What's going on? And for some reason, so I'm noticing and being drawn to, I know it might be a weird feature to point out, but look right here. It almost looks like there is, it's her hair, but it's only part of her hair is sticking out above that halo. And so to me, it's almost as if it was supposed to be a surface level thing, supposed to merely just be a situationship, but in the process, something else more has started to develop. There are more feelings involved, and it's leading to this kind of feeling. Like, do I dare cross that line again? But the fact that I see the wheel in this picture shows that I'm feeling that there is a possibility of movement if the boundaries can be done, or can be brought down. Because it doesn't look like, and I'm not getting the feeling that those are permanent. You know, I think it's going to take a lot of trust. Her trust was broken in there. And with the birds, to me, birds usually symbolize talking or whispers or messages. They have to have a lot of conversations. Or she doesn't want to give him an opportunity for his words and his actions to match. You know, that's a different take on it too. Like I said, again, take what resonates. And we have the Six of Cups. We've got the rainbow and the music and the joyfulness. And it's interesting that they are both sitting on a bridge, joining hands, with flowers that are spilling over. So I'm getting to, especially with the waterfalls in the back and the rainbows, to me, I'm getting bliss from this one. So with each adult encounter, right? We're going back to the visual in the car. With each adult encounter, I think these swords are kind of getting moved because we're dealing more with this. Wheel of Fortune, yeah. The tides are turning. And I think it's scary. I think there's a fear associated with that. A fear of it, of something good, of something that you knew where the boundaries were, that you knew, okay, this is just going to be for this physical time, nothing more, no long-term plans. But then you start changing and you start getting hope and you start seeing it from a different perspective. The fear that you're going to end up in a relationship similar to what you went for before is kind of really, whoa, 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 you know, really wanting to hold back a little bit. And there's fear associated with it. Because typically with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I usually see a positive situation turning negative, but I'm not getting that. That's just the initial like split second reaction that you get. I'm also being drawn to the yin and yang. So again, that would lead me to balance and that divine counterpart, which would be the sun and the moon. If you ascribe to the twin flame journey or that belief system, then that could be it as well. Okay. What's meant to be yours is already making its way to you. What was never yours is starting to flee from you. With time, it will all make sense. So for now, bear the confusion and focus on living fully in the present. Don't let your whole life be, I'll be happy when, be happy now. And that goes to her fear, you know. And she was living in the moment, but now she's having to readdress this concept because this may have been the first time she's been faced with a potential new relationship that she's excited and hopeful about. But she's really confused. So we have the past is behind you now. So drop the fears and doubts, even though you may feel a little uncomfortable at the moment and slightly anxious over what is coming next. You're being urged to bring yourself back to the present moment. Your recent prayers have been heard and are currently being worked on. Yeah. So a manifestation. But the fear is kind of and the anxiety is getting in the way. So at this particular point, somebody needs to hear that if it is a divine connection, let it be in the power of the divine. You need to focus on you and do what makes you happy in the moment, being respectful to yourself and others. Please keep that in mind. But living a life that brings you joy, saying no to things that don't bring you joy, reevaluating it, living truly in that feminine energy, that flow state, and let the divine, let spirit do what they have to do to make it work. If it's meant to be, it will be. And so releasing, surrendering that power and control of trying to know everything about the situation. Enjoy the moment for what it is. These butterflies that I was feeling earlier it was not the bad, anxious butterflies. It was that new excitement. And even if it doesn't work out, if you had pleasure in the moment in being hopeful, then that's what it's about, living fully in the present and experiencing life for what it is. The wheel will always turn. It has to balance itself out. And so we have a tendency that when the moments are good and we feel good, we try to go automatically to the bad feelings. And we don't enjoy the good ones in the moment that they're presented to us. So then we're constantly living in that negative energy. And then it creates more of a fear-based fear state, and we're lowering the vibrations that you have. Do what brings you pleasure. Even if it's just going to sit outside with a glass of wine and a good friend listening to music. It could just be as simple as that. Connecting with yourself, connecting with people that uplift you and love you and respect you, connecting to nature, listening to music that makes you feel good, going to places that make you feel good. That is where you're supposed to be. And the other things will work out as they're supposed to be. The reason some people have walked away from you for no reason has nothing to do with you. They've been removed from your life because the universe is taking you next. They have already served their purpose in your life. So let them go and keep moving. Greater is coming. Don't be afraid of that past, because if you've done your growth, especially spiritually, emotionally, and really healed a lot of these past wounds, you've learned to set boundaries up. So it doesn't mean that you don't always have to take your baggage with you on your car ride. If you're going to the grocery store, are you going to pack a suitcase and take it with you? No. And so sometimes you can just go on a road trip without having to take any baggage with you. Sometimes those are the most fun ones, where there are zero expectations of it. You are purely living in the moment for what it is. Sometimes we overpack. But that doesn't require that in this situation. You can be prepared without overpacking. Okay, let's see where we're going here. Yeah, we got a breakthrough. So something is changing, for sure. So we have Asia, and I don't have it in front of me. This card for me is a representation. If it doesn't mean the actual place, a location, this one means that everything is a unit. Everything is whole and complete. Yeah, I don't have any of my devices to look up the definition right now. So if you feel led to, just like I said, you can Google Asia, etymology. I believe that's the word, but when I channel, sometimes my regular brain goes in a different direction and I forget things. Get off the roller coaster. Let me lay them out and see what I got. So I have monk and nun, I have water. I have father. Toxic, gatekeeper, and rarity. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. So the toxic, the father, the get off the roller coaster. This one is referring to a past relationship that the feminine had, the one where she got burned. Okay. Yep. So she is the one that got burned, and she made a choice to leave that situation. Okay. And then from there, she realized that she is a rarity. She is special. She is loved. She stepped into her power. You know, there's a breakthrough in that moment, stepping in that power. But she's also the gatekeeper of being complete. And when I see the monk and the nun, I'm getting the fact that she has, she's taken vows to protect her emotions, to protect her heart. And she gets to decide who she's going to let through to make her feel complete. Okay, well, yeah. She is the one that has control in her life. And so she has to decide, okay, am I going to really give this a chance? Do I trust it? Is this person going to see more of the depth that I have? Okay, so I'm being called to come here. All right, Spirit, what other messages do you have to add to this for the viewer? Guys, I looked at my clock. It's 11:11. So definitely for some of you, we've got twin flame situation here. And if that's the case, you definitely need to work on yourself and focus on yourself and allow things to happen how they're supposed to happen. Do not force things. Release your ex. Yeah, so right here, the time has come to clear your energy. And then we have honeymoon. Yep. That ship has sailed. And look, it's funny. In this picture, they're on a boat, but there's no room for luggage. I don't see any luggage in that boat. Yeah. This is a good message. You know, I'm still sitting in that, that hopeful butterfly. Very light, carefree, 18 plus, meets crush type energy. I do like it. So sit with it. If it brings you joy, if it makes you smile, sit in the energy. Don't manifest something bad because you're afraid. Be hopeful. And enjoy the moment for what it is. Sit in that good feeling. We are here to live. We are here to learn. We are here to love. And sometimes it takes practice. Sometimes it takes you learning to get out of your own way. If you asked Spirit to bring you love, and you went through the list and you worked on manifesting it, it's here. It's not all the way reality yet, but it's here. So enjoy this feeling right now. Enjoy this stage of life. Appreciate the stage of life. You know, we're always taught to get to the end, get to the finish line. But it's not about the finish line. It's about the journey and what you experience in between. You know, I was in the military at one point in my life, and when we would have to do like the long runs, I'm not a runner. I never liked the running part of it. You know, especially when we would have to do like 3 miles. At first it was fine, but there was always a point within the middle of the run where you just wanted to get to the end. And because you were focused on just wanting to get to the end, you became so aware of the negative feelings that your body was having and blind to the scenery that was all around you. You were focusing on the wrong things. And I'm encouraging you to focus on what the story looks like while you're in it. So see things from a different perspective. And here, they're seeing the city from a different perspective. And the water is calm, and the emotions are there. They're living in the emotions. Enjoy it. All right, Spirit, any other final messages? Any last parting words about this situation for the viewer? Okay. This is the romance of a lifetime. True and lasting love is here for you. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is or will be returning to your life soon. And I'm getting it's this situation, that situationship, okay? You guys are going to talk it out and really decide that that boundary, that situationship can move to that next level. And then they are the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Yeah, I can't get any clearer than that. Spirit has really given a very clear-cut, specific message. I'm excited for you. I really am. I have a very curious mind, and I'm so curious about this situation. I would love to hear your stories. So feel free to comment and let me know kind of what it is, especially if you're having the feelings of the butterflies and the good feelings. Like I said, I do pick up on energy, so I can pick up the energy in the comments and stuff. And there are some times when I really do some heavy reads. And so when I get these really feel-good feelings, it's a nice balance for sure. So feel free to comment, tell me your stories and words of encouragement in the comment section. If it resonated with you, I would love for you, again, to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel so you know when I'm getting some new stuff out there. It's not about me, it's just helping that algorithm get the message to as many people out there as possible. If you're interested in any personal readings, my information is down in the description box. And oh, any of the gemstones that you see here, the jewelry that I have, if you're interested in metaphysical supplies, I have the link for the person that I get my stuff from. They're great, honest people. So that'll be in the description box as well. So, all right, guys, I think that's it. Beautiful, beautiful message. I'm going to sit with these butterflies just a touch longer, but I'm going to let you go. And thank you for sharing this energy with me and listening to me throughout this message. And I will chat with you guys next time.